Hey everyone, it's JC. So today this is going to be a little bit different from the other videos. I'm just doing a little scale tutorial. Um, just a little introduction to how I mix texture with human skin. Something I'm pretty new at, but I found a way to kind of do it in a quick way that it makes it a little bit easier than some of the other tutorials I've seen. And this whole entire edit, it's up on Instagram right now, but this whole entire edit took about 2 hours, and then I tried to speed up the whole edit video to see if it would make it shorter, and it took it down to like an hour and 15 minutes, and I was not gonna do that. So I'm just going to upload the texture part. So the first thing you want to do with texture and skin is you want to find the texture that you're looking for. I found just this generic dragon scale one online that I liked, and you want to size it up, and you want to connect the textures where joints or creases or shadows of the human body intersect or separate. So like an elbow and an arm, a knee, fingers compared to the rest of the palm, and in this case it's the neck area and the jawline. You want to make sure you get two separate textures and stack them on top of each other. And then you want to erase it. You want to erase the whole thing. I'll explain in a second. Alright, so then after you erase the textures, you want to go in with a jagged tool, whether it be a smoothing tool or a watercolor tool or something that isn't just a straight line tool, and you want to restore the erased image with that tool. The reason why you do this is because you want it to look blurry. You want it to look like it is growing out of the skin. That helps with the transparency, and if you go and you erase it with any other tool that is meant just to erase, with the texture, it doesn't look as organic. It doesn't look as natural, and you want this to look like whatever texture you choose is growing out of the person's skin. And you can always fix details and edit things and change things around later. Right now you just want to get the basic idea of what you want the texture to look like on the skin. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Here, what I think happened is I messed up the layering and the transparency of the layers, and when I went to erase it, I couldn't find the layer. So after messing with it for a little bit and swiping around the entire screen, turns out I guess I just didn't do it right, which is fine. So I just deleted it, and then I went to the one that I had just made and duplicated it and pasted that one on the face, and then I just used that, which is the same thing, so it's fine. And for the next few minutes, I'm honestly just trying to get the shapes right. It's hard when a character has hair or anything you're trying to put texture on has hair. So that also can be worried about later. Right now, I just really want to make sure I get the jawline, the shape I want for the face. I wanted it to sort of be growing near the mouth and the nose and the forehead, but mostly keep it to one side of the face. I didn't want her to end up looking like the main villain from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, so I was doing my best to keep it subtle, but I wanted it to be an important detail. Okay, so now that I've gotten those kind of together and I'm messing with where I want to layer things, I'm gonna go into blending. Usually I just make it an overlay layer because that blends the transparent layers together properly, and I messed around though with a couple of colors because I wanted to make sure that it looked, like I said, organic and natural. And basically here you just want to make sure that you are having the texture grow where you want it to look like it is growing from the skin. For me, that was over the bridge of the nose, kind of onto the lips, and mostly focusing around the eye. And then these next parts are honestly just a bunch of trial and error to see what growth pattern and with the texture looks the best. Lighting also has a really big factor on this as well, so plan ahead for what you want your lighting situation to be. My lighting is going to be mostly coming from the upper left hand corner. And then here I'm just messing with the eye part that I implemented. This is another image I got from Google, But with the eye, I'm going to go into the layer of her behind it, and I'm going to kind of jaggedly take her eye out so it looks a little bit more natural, and I want the dragon eye to look a little bit more intense. So actually, even then, the eye wasn't intense enough for me, so I went in on the background image, which is her. I put one image of her as a background, and then I put an image of her over it to help with the transparency. I actually deleted the background, and that helped a lot with making the eye a lot more intense. So this is where the hair also comes back in, but as long as you use a jagged erasing tool and not just a smooth one, it'll help blend everything together well into the hair. So here I realized I forgot about the neck blending, so I went ahead and did a layer on that to blend it all together, and then I'm just gonna keep hacking at it until I like the way it looks. As you can tell, I'm very picky about it, but finally I found something that I liked and worked for me. And you know, the finished product is on the Instagram, and I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks.